Hello, guys. It's Will still here from Yorkshire, the North region of England, and we have a new independent artist. No, I have to say it's a duo, and we are talking about different style of music. It's also independent. They are producing by themselves. What's amazing, I have to say, because I was listening a little bit of each track from their new album, and guys, it's something high quality. And I'm talking about a mix of theatrical pop music with R&B, but you have to check by yourself. Keep watching this interview because you're gonna see it's very interesting. I'm talking about Steve and Dolapo. One of those crazy guys are from the US and the other one from Nigeria, and they are producing together. So, hello, guys. Just let us know where you are right now and a little bit of this project, how it started. First, with Steve, please.
So my name's Steve Petrenko, and I live in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And this project started basically online. So Dolapo and I were creating our own musics for our own solo projects, and we would post them to a site called The Barn on Facebook. And basically, it's a really nice site that is kind. Like, people actually listen, people actually review, and they'll really do a deep dive on your work. And so, because it's a really nice community, I met Dolapo there. He had posted a Christmas song in 2021, and I really enjoyed it. I fell in love with his voice. And so I just sent him, a couple paragraphs over Facebook about how much I enjoyed it. And basically, we just kept in touch for a little while, for about 4 months, back and forth with our own songs and saying nice things. And eventually, Dolapo, he said, would you like to write a song with me? And I was, yes, let's do it.
You are lucky. That's great. Through the internet. That's good.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's so amazing.
how is that for you?
Yeah,
Where you are right now?
honestly, yeah, I'm talking to you from Ibadan, Nigeria, the southwestern part of Nigeria. Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm so happy to be here, really. And what Steve said is 100% correct, because that was how it happened. And we listened to each other's song, and it was a love at a first listen for me, because it was a particular song of Steve that I heard. It was I'm trying to remember now. I think it's Singularity. And from my own perspective of doing melodies and harmonies, I try to bring the harmony to be a little bit below the melody. But when I heard Steve's work, he put the melody at par with the harmony, and they sounded so great. I was like, how did you go about this? And it sounded so beautiful. And his vocal expressions were just fantastic. It reminded me of my years of choral experience in the choir and all of that. So I felt the connection right away. And we had our exchanges over time. And at a point, I was like, why don't you just let us write a song from the scratch? I just said that, and fast forward, we have a 10-track album.
Great. The first work together was actually an album, a full album.
Yeah, a full
Guys, I
album
want
at
to
the
be
end of the
part
day.
of that. I want to be part of that. It's so
Wow.
amazing. Incredible. I want to be the third one. Can I? Not
Let's
kidding.
see how it goes.
I cannot sing. Sorry, guys. My singing skills is not good. I just sing for joke. Well,
Everybody can sing.
We get
oh,
deer in the headlights sometimes when somebody asks that, because it's been asked before, and we're like, we're a duo.
yeah, you have to say that, especially for myself. But I can rap. Okay, I can rap just one line, a participation. Right.
You
So,
actually look like you can sing.
are you going to sing, or you're not going to sing today?
We can at will.
uh,
Right.
I'm trying to
It's up
see
to you.
how.
It's up to you because
Okay.
I can explore your portfolio on Spotify. That's really good. I can bring it on the screen and we can explore 3 or 4 tracks.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah,
Okay.
for
Great.
sure.
That's
So
fantastic.
I want to ask about your portfolio because I can see you have another release that was in 2023 and was Hallelujah Chorus.
Yes, yes.
Okay. What
Hmm.
is that about? Is it about church or something, religion?
So that's George Frederick Handel's Hallelujah. And my wife was singing that in a production of Handel's Messiah. And there was just a book of the entire score sitting on the counter. And I thought to myself, why don't I ask Dolapo if he wants to do that? And, we both have, between us, probably 60 years of choir experience. And it was just sitting there. And I'm like, okay, let's ask. And Dolapo's like, yes, let's do it. So uh, I played the organ part for that. And then I recorded all 4 of those vocal parts. It's a 4-part harmony, and I sent those tracks to Dolapo, and he sang the 4 tracks again. So it's an 8-voice male choir. It's normally done soprano, alto, tenor, bass, but we did it as tenor 1, tenor 2, bass 1, bass 2. So it's a full male chorus. We didn't put it in falsetto or anything. It's all strong male voices.
And is it Dolapo doing all those voices?
We both are.
You
All
both.
We
4.
both did
Yep.
it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You are like very talented. I could have at least
Wow.
10% of your talent, guys. Please give me some.
You're so kind. Thank you.
Oh my God. When we see high quality music and you are doing it independently, and also you have Steve and Dolapo Productions that can be even a independent label, it can be a project that could be making music with other artists, not only you two, so it can grow from there because you have talent, you have passion for that, and this is amazing. And
Thank you.
also it's more difficult
Thank you
because
so
it's
much.
all remotely, you know we use the technology, internet, etc. But can you imagine, it's an international project since the beginning.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, it is.
And
But
Thank you
uh,
so much for that.
did you see each other like in
so
person?
we would love to. We haven't actually seen each other in person, but we do video conferencing very regularly. Every single morning, I'll just let you in on something. Every single morning, I text Dolapo, and he texts back. We have an exchange that way, and then sometimes we have a video call. But every day for 2.5 years, we've
That's
texted each other. It's
amazing.
just it's become just the friendship of friendships, and I love Dolapo. He's my best friend.
I love him too. I love you too, Steve. Come on. I want to be the
I love
third
you too,
one. Please.
Steve. Thank you so much for that, really. And honestly, it's been an eye opener for me because, this has taught me to look outside the box, really, because all this while I've been in the box and, been doing it by myself. I was kind of a me person. Then when I met Steve, I was like, this could be something a bit different. And it was just a trial, and I loved it from the very beginning, and one led to the other. It was as if we were prepared to meet each other and work together, and it's been so smooth all the while. I've never had any working relationship as beautiful as I have with Steve anywhere. Yes, I do have some other people that I've worked with that good friends and all of that. But I think Steve takes it a notch higher, and it does it in such a way that I just want to be in. Anything it says, I'm just in for it because I know it's going to be fun. Just like the Hallelujah chorus, I was like, why not? Because for the Hallelujah chorus, while I was in the choir back at school, I only learned the tenor part, which we actually belted in the choir and all of that. It was always fun back then. But when Steve brought it, I had to learn the soprano, had to learn the alto, had to relearn the tenor and the bass, and it was a lot of work, but it was fun all the way, and I enjoyed it all the way. And when Steve does his magic, he puts his Midas touch on that music. I just lose it, and
Well,
I
well,
just love
well.
it.
I can see your eyes are just shining when you are speaking about that. This is
Oh,
passion.
really?
This is passion, and
Oh, thank you.
I'm feeling that. When we
It's
speak
Oh,
about
special.
it, I'm feeling that. It's amazing.
thank you so
Let's go
much.
to
Thank you so
Spotify.
much.
I want to put everyone listening to at least one song from the new album, okay? And then we go to Hallelujah because I'm curious about that decision. We cannot leave that behind. All right?
All right, sounds great.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So it's a start at Hallelujah, but we are going to the new album. So this is the Spotify, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Uh, we have here some songs that are more popular than others, but we are going to the album Companion that was released now in 2024, and we have 10 tracks, right?
correct.
Reconciliation is the one I liked. I was listening and I was feeling something different with that. And the title is good too.
Mhm,
I love it.
mhm,
Um,
mhm.
and I will ask you just a suggestion. Which one you suggest just to start?
What do you think, Dolapo?
I'll go with whatever our host goes with. You
Yeah, why
know,
don't we pick the one that
oh,
excited you? Let's go with reconciliation.
Right. Okay. They are like, you see, guys. They are like, oh, all of them. They are all good. Anyone you pick will be the best one. So that's confidence. I like it. Right. Let's go with reconciliation. But before, let's talk about social networks. If you want to explore Steve and Dolapo's portfolio, just go to Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and the website. It's all the same name, Steve and Dolapo, and the website is steveanddolapo.com. You can just place there's the new tracks
yes.
on your personal playlist and keep listening on repeat because that's what independent artists needs. They need our support, and that's why we are here for. Let's follow, but not only follow and give some likes, but follow only on Spotify and place their songs on your personal playlists. This is very important. Let's go then with Reconciliation from the new album Companion.
What we do to each other, say to each other, all along the way, goes deeper than ever, deeper than water, minds can try to explain. If you see me as your brother and I see you as my own, helping one another, reaching our goals, how happy would we be? Tell me how lovely would it feel?
Wow.
I remember everything, and I don't forget anything. So say or do to me, for I remember everything. We say words that cut so deep and hurt each other with our deeds. But if only we could see beyond our eyes to see, we would care to live in peace. What you did to me, what you said to me, like beyond where you can like a heathen every word we say, every word we make, hoping that someday we will find forgiveness somewhere. What you did to me, what you said, what you beyond where you can we would find forgiveness.
Whoa! Really? That's amazing. I can breathe now.
Wow.
Guys,
I still cry when I hear it.
closing my
Mm.
eyes, I feel goosebumps. For real, for real.
Wow.
I could
Wow.
imagine. I know you are a duo, but I could imagine like you are gonna laugh about it. The project in the computer was like a million of lines of tracks because there is many voices about like 30 people singing together. How can you do that? Amazing. This is art. It's like
Thank you so much.
doing a lot from nothing because you don't have a choir, right?
Correct.
Just the
And
two of us.
just us. And our writing relationship is very special. It depends on how we start, but for say this song and for half of the songs on the album, they'll come just from Dolapo's voice. So Dolapo will literally, he has perfect pitch, and he'll sing the song that he wrote to me. And so I just get this voice file. There's nothing behind it. It's just that. And every time that he sings something to me, it doesn't matter how small it is, it moves me. And a lot of times when we write these songs, they're reactions to things that are happening in our lives at the time, or to each other. And from what I remember, Dolapo wrote this because I was having like problems with someone online, was being just not very friendly, and it really it bothered me a lot. And he wrote this beautiful song for me.
Wow.
And when I hear anything that he does, I can hear the whole arrangement. The moment that I hear it, I can just hear it, and uh, I just start you just start layering things one on top of another, and until you get there. And all of these songs are live mic'd. Everything is live mic'd unless there's a piano. Some of the pianos are live mic'd, but others are samples. And if there's an orchestra, the orchestra is obviously samples because I can't do that. But everything else is played on these
Wow.
tracks. Yeah.
That's really impressive. How was that experience for you, Dolapo? Was it
It,
something you were expecting, like doing something remote and many
you know,
layers of voice like that? Because you have an incredible vocal extension. You go high and you go so like put pure bass with your voice. So, are you expecting that?
honestly, it blew my mind when I heard it because it started from a simple song. Just like Steve said, it related some experiences he had with someone with me. And, I've had a similar experience before. And I was like, okay, this is what songwriters do. We are both songwriters. Let's turn this into a song and let's heal together with it. Because a whole lot of things go on where you just find that we could have prevented those things from happening if we thought about it deeply and we did not say those words to each other and we didn't do those things to each other. So it just came together like a poem. Then it evolved into a song. And when I wrote that and sang it to Steve, it was like, wow, I can practically hear the harmonics in that, and I can practically fix the entire arrangement in that. I was like, are you for real? Okay, let's see what you can do. And when it did it, one special thing about Steve is that he also goes an extra mile to create an entire harmonics out of just one melody. And that makes it very beautiful for the chorus. And I love the fact that we have the same range, and it makes me go to places that I would rather not touch if I did it on my own. So it's a very wonderful experience for me, and I'm so glued. Like, I don't even want to touch harmonies anymore. Just do your thing, do your magic, and it's always magical. This blew me away. I hardly cried, but I had all these feelings. The first time I heard it, it was on my arms. I was like, "What is this? This is so beautiful!" And I was so glad that we could arrange the melody with the harmonies, and the arrangements were just out of the park for me because I wasn't expecting it to turn out this way. But I just give Steve his flowers every day. Like, you're the best, and you can do whatever you want to do. Then he responds to me and say, we can do whatever we want to do. And that has been the driving force for the both of us. It's an exchange. It goes back and forth. We are friends. We are best friends, and we like the same things, and we do the same things. So it doesn't feel like work for me. It feels like me hanging out with my best friend, me
To
doing
hang out.
what I love to do with my best friend. There are times we just go musical all of a sudden. We just sing. I just sing to him. He responds with a song, and we get ideas from that. So it's always fun all the way, and I'm so blown away with this track and with all the tracks that we have in there because Steve has virtuoso right in his hands, and he doesn't hesitate to throw them into our songs. And I'm so glad that we could work together. Yeah, I'm so glad that we could work together like 5 and 6 and get this thing off our chests. Because that song actually healed me. And he told me how much he healed him as well. And
It did.
I think if we help each other, with the music and outside the music and every other thing, I think what else do we need? I think this is what friendship is for. So it's a kind of balance for me. I can balance the fact that I have a best friend in Steve, and the fact that we can actually do whatever we want to do musically, because we create these things from the scratch, and we just lay the blocks like we're building a house, and it's just so fantastic each time that happens for me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dolapo,
One
Dolapo, I want to make a proposal. We both move to the US to Steve's house, and we are gonna
Please come.
it's gonna be an amazing
I've
project.
told Dolapo we have a spare bedroom. Come, stay as long as you want.
Oh my
We'll be
God.
creating a song each day if that happens. We would have 365 songs in a year if that happens.
That's amazing. That's amazing because I'm the owner of a music distribution platform that's distributing music worldwide for independent artists, and I would help you with the distribution then, because I don't have the talent you have.
Woo!
I can sing. I will just be behind, but let me be part of that. Amazing.
That'll be great.
So, Steve,
Thank you so much for that.
Steve, just tell me about when the project started, and then you had the first results of this production remotely organized, and was it something? Were you satisfied at first, or you just got the first result and was thinking, I can make this guy get outside of his comfort zone?
So the way it started, quite literally, was Dolapo sent me uh, his voice for the song "Finding Yourself," which is the first song on the album. And
Is it on Spotify?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yep, it's on
Keep going.
Spotify. So the first song on the album, he sent me just his voice, and I didn't know Dolapo's background. I didn't know what instruments he played or anything like that. I had no idea what I was getting into, and I literally just got this melody sent to me, and I put it into the DAW, and I was just like, okay, let's see what key it's in, and I'm just like, oh my God, he's got perfect pitch. I pulled it up in Melodyne, and I'm looking at the blobs, and I'm just like, it's exactly where it's supposed to be. And I believe it was in A, and I was just like, okay, so let's try.
Was
And
it perfect
I
pitch for real? Like raw audio, perfect pitch for real?
yes,
No.
yes, perfect pitch, and like Dolapo has like the most amazing ability to write with his voice. He has so much harmonic content stored in his memory that when he's writing, and what I mean by writing is he can just sing anything, and like I can just see the harmony. I can see the harmony all over it. He doesn't sing, static lines that move just a little bit or whatever. They're symphonic. They're theatrical. They're things. They're cinematic. They're things that could be done in movies, and I can see all of that directly. And he sent me "Finding Yourself," and I'm just like, okay, well, hopefully I can keep up with this. And basically, I just I plunked the few first chords that I heard in my head, and I sent him just that snippet, like 20 seconds. Does it sound good? And he was like, go, Steve, go. And so we just kept on sending back and forth. I just kept going with that song and creating that arrangement. And the amount of chords that are in there are ridiculous. Like, it would be difficult to play live. I'd have to have sheet music in front of me to play it because the harmonic content is crazy. But all that stuff comes directly out of him, out of his brain. And he's just, he's quite literally like the most beautiful person I've ever met in my life. Everything that he writes lyrically,
Thank you.
everything that he sings moves me. It doesn't matter what it is, it moves me. And this song that we just played, Reconciliation, at the beginning of that, I cry. I cried on here. I'm crying right now, just to hear him, to hear him in the way that he emotes. It's amazing. It's amazing, and
Wow.
I love working with him and creating
What
with
a
him.
connection. Wow. I'm
Yeah,
very impressed, positively with that because you don't know each other in person. And that connection is incredible. I will kidnap
yeah.
Dolapo and bring to the UK. He's mine.
Let's go. I'm ready.
If you want to see Dolapo, you have to come to the UK, all right? He's mine now. Oh my God,
you
that's
know,
not bad.
seriously, to be serious, to be frank, this is, like I said earlier, it's an eye opener for me. The kind of connection I have with Steve is stronger than any connection I have with anyone around here. If I, if I, if I presented that song, Finding Yourself, to someone, to a producer around there, uh, it would be a totally different ball game. It will be streamlined into the traditional music that we have around here. It will just stay in that box. It wouldn't leave it. So I was like, okay, since you have a vast experience with choral music, let's do this. And at the point, Steve was like, Dolapo, I know you tried to test me with this song. And I was like, no, I didn't. This is just me singing to you.
Wow.
And seriously, it's just me. This is me. This is how I am. And that is how I emote. And that is how I see the songs. I don't know where those songs come from, but maybe I received them. Maybe, they've been waiting to be received. Maybe they're somewhere up there waiting for someone to find them out and sing them out and get them produced. I don't know. But, for me, it starts like from a poetic point of view. I like to write it like a poem, like a prose, and it comes first of all with a topic, and then I get to infuse words that I can relate with to tell a story or to make a statement with it. So it just builds itself like that. And it's what I write as a poem that forms the song. It's the emotion that dictates the tone and the structure of the melody and the harmony and how it resolves at the end of the day. So that's my typical process. And I am so glad that Steve could understand that because not many people can understand it around me. They'll be like, are you an opera singer? Why are you sounding like that? Somebody once told me, what's that ring in your voice? Can you take it out? I was like, it's my voice. I can't pick anything out. I just have to do what I want to do. So, I've had that experience locally. Maybe I didn't search enough, but for the ones that I've met, they were actually like struggling with what to do with my writing. But Steve never struggled. He was like, I see the harmony in that. I see the potential in that song. I can see where it's going. And it does it. And it knocks me off my feet each time it does that. So it's just an awesome experience for me. And I give Steve all the flowers every point of the way because I don't want to hold back anything I have to say. To
Yeah.
just let him know how I feel about what he does with what we do. Then he sent me
Well,
his music and I keen to it as well.
if you don't say everything about Steve, I'm gonna say because then I'm just watching two uh, huge talented guys, and man, if you don't say that to each other, I'm gonna say because no, I see the quality on the work you are doing. It's high quality, and again, it's remotely. It's difficult to have this level of connection when you are not close to each other. They are doing this through the internet, through technology, and technology is code by itself, and they can even drop some tears talking about their music. It's incredible, man. I love it. And
Thank
we,
you.
the audience, we are outside the project. We can feel that level of connection through the music. Because I felt goosebumps on that song, Reconciliation. And it happens, it's people, it's relatable, people feel that too. And that's what I said. For many different independent artists from different music genres, do your thing with passion, and the audience will find you. The audience will connect to you through social networks or streaming services platforms. They will find you. Don't worry about numbers, likes, followers, numbers of plays. It's all an illusion. Don't go to that. Oh, I'm gonna make music to get numbers. No, do like Steve, do like Dolapo, do your thing with passion. Don't worry, try, be vulnerable, because that's what connection with out. That's what will connect you with the audience. Be vulnerable. People want to see that, and nowadays we are so cold because the technology too that we don't connect. Artists are not connecting with the audience. They are not being vulnerable. They are using too much effects. It's too much technology. And we need things raw like that, like Steve and Dolapo. Am I right? Do you
Oh,
agree
thank
with
you,
that?
Will.
You're very right.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. You're so kind.
Thank you.
Those applause should be for you guys, not for me. I will revert the applause. It's all for you. I'm just
Oh,
reading
thank you
your
so
art.
much.
I'm just reading your art. Maybe I could read well, but it's for you. The applause are for you. All right.
Wow, thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Let's
We
go
really do
to your
appreciate you.
Spotify. Let's go to Spotify. Another song I could explore, but now I want a suggestion. Something that will make me surprised.
You picked Dolapo.
Oh dear. What can I say?
They are they
I,
are all
I think you
good.
should. I think you should go to Superstar.
The
Go to
last one.
Superstar. Yeah, the last one, Superstar.
Okay, let's go then. Superstar Steven Dolapo. If you are watching this interview live or after a month, after 3 months, after a year, just go to Spotify, Steve and Dolapo, and all social networks. They are the same name: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Steve and Dolapo, and also their website, steveanddolapo.com. Explore their portfolio and put their songs on your personal playlists and listen to that on repeat, please. Let's support the independent producers and artists. So let's go to Superstars now.
My eyes first opened to light early in the afternoon. On that vernal day, a fateful sun and moon, the sun's rays that poured into the room were reflected in the willing of my Father's eye. A single tear fell on my cheek as he gazed into my soul. With a smile so bright, I couldn't help but match with my own. A divine love and an inseparable bond between a loving Father and his loving Son were established and sanctified that day. He was pure of heart, he was my superstar, he raised me to be what I am. His memory shines in my mind more than all the heavenly bodies combined. It always will through the end of time, through when I meet him again. For all eternity. Among the grove of mango, almond, and jackfruit trees, we sold a rich garden and raised our livestock free. My father enjoyed work in the land, growing healthy foods to harvest for our family. He loved and raised my cousins as his own. He loved to laugh and joke. He was fair and kind, to whom all he spoke. He instilled a dear love of God and family, the earth and music in me, all the things that make my heart sing so free. He was pure of heart, he was my superstar, he raised me to be what I am. His memory shines in my mind more than all the heavenly bodies combined. He'd always win through the end of time, through when I meet him again. For all of eternity. I'm older now and have a family of my own. I wear my father's smile, and with my father's eyes I gaze deep into my son's soul, and I see my own awestruck eyes looking up at me, filled with love, admiration, and wonder. I know my father's proud of me. The gift of love he gave to me, I gave back to my family. My father was pure of heart, he was my superstar, he made me what I am. His memory shines in my mind more than all the heavenly bodies combined. It always will through the end of time, through when I meet him again. For all of eternity.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow. Guys, let me just make a comment here. It's difficult. It's difficult to grab everything that goes on, and we are talking about an acoustic track. Okay, should be simple, but it's not. It's very complex because we are talking about a melody that has a lot of melancholy, nostalgia. Okay, it's nostalgic, and you are passing a very important and positive message about family. Your father, that's a superhero for you and made you. It's so positive that we don't see on music nowadays. It's so beautiful. And then with those voices, amazing voices from both of you, and then go down and it goes up, and I was expecting the falsettos, but you can just, as I said, the voice extension is amazing for both of you. That you just go and go and go, and there is no fail. Like perfect until the end. Amazing.
Thank you
That's
so
why
much.
people cry. That's why people cry listening to your songs.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you so much for that.
What about the lyrics?
So this song's extra special. Um, Dolapo and I, when we have conversations, they're literally 5 hours long. Like when we have
Oh
a
my!
video
I want to be
conversation.
part of that. I should be there. Come on.
And it's hard. It's sometimes it's hard for them to be less than 5 hours. Like if we're at 3 hours, we're like, oh, look, we ran out of time, but we would go another couple. But in those conversations, we talk about everything. We talk about the deepest subjects. And Dolapo had told me that about his father, who had passed away from an illness at a fairly young age, and how that passing of his father affected him so deeply, and that it hurt him so deeply, and he was working so hard at his day job profession, and like he was so stressed out about his job while his father was dying, and they the I cry about it. The real world took that away from him, that time, the time that he would have loved to have spent while his father was passing. And he told me all of these stories, and they're so deep and they're so touching. And he said that it hurt me so bad that I could never write a song for him. And I thought to myself, well, I'll write one for you. And because he had told me so many things about his life and growing up, and what his home looked like in Africa, and like about his dogs, and about all of these stories, I could picture what his life was like. So I wrote those words for my best friend, and I wrote them for his father. And it's been an amazing emotional experience for the both of us.
That's so beautiful. Seriously, it's the first time I'm talking about something that's music and the technical side of music, and we see so much emotion on it. Wow. And Dolapo, he's proud of you. I'm sure about that. Man, I even
I'm
feel
super
the
proud of
goosebumps
him.
again. I feel the goosebumps again. Because we are channel.
Wow.
We are channel of this positive energy. And we choose, unfortunately, we choose to do bad sometimes. To send bad energy to people. It's a mistake we do. We humans do this mistake many times, but we should do what you are doing, passing this positive message, positive energy, synchronized with each other, even in different continents. It's so amazing that I believe this is not by chance. Could never be.
We say the same
Mm,
thing. We say it's divine
yeah,
providence that work together.
The universe
I
is
believe
just
so.
organizing itself. The universe is just organizing itself around you, and things are happening. You just have to put
Wow.
putting your passion on it, and it's gonna
Mm,
happen. You are manifesting it. You both are manifesting it from your
wow.
heart. You know, the
Wow.
electromagnetic fields on our heart can interact with the energy around us and affect others
Mm-hmm.
positively or negatively.
Exactly.
The more you do it positively, we receive the same. That's what
Hmm.
happens. And
Wow.
it's all
Wow.
around the universe, the same electromagnetic field that holds the whole universe in cycles eternally, all those planets and
Mm,
stars. It's the same electromagnetic field that is in our heart. So we are powerful for that, and you are
hmm.
powerful. We can see that on your music, just with your voice
Wow.
and instruments. So both of you are manifesting great things with your talent. And I'm so happy to have you
Thank you.
here. It's an
Oh,
honor.
thank you. We're so happy to be here.
Thank you so
Uh,
much.
I just wanted to say that you're a brilliant host and you're a kind person. And there's no person we would rather be doing this with. It's so amazing to be here, and we appreciate you so very much.
Now I'm showing off now. I'm showing off. I'm proud of myself.
Honestly, yes, you should be proud of yourself because this is just wonderful. This is like the best hosting anyone can give anybody because you can actually relate with what we're saying. You actually listened and you're actually pouring out your art to us and we can feel it too. We can feel the electromagnetism all the way from here. I'm sure I'm about 6,000 kilometers from where you are and 6,000 kilometers to the west of where Steve is. But right now, we can actually feel what each of us is saying, and that's just phenomenal. Many times I tell Steve that, there's more to what we can see and feel, but let's just go with the ride and see where it leads. We just throw lyrics at each other sometimes like that, and I can feel the same thing happening here, and you're just a fantastic person. I watched one of your shows with JBTR, and I liked you instantly. And when Steve told me about you, I was like, "It's a go. Let's do this." He's a wonderful guy, and here we are. And you've been so wonderful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for
Oh, come on, guys. I'm gonna cry too.
that.
Stop it. Stop it.
It's okay to be emotional. Let your
Yeah,
feelings
we
show.
do. I'm crying right now. I cried all the way through Superstar. It's
You
what
are
it
just
is.
contaminating with the
Wow.
cry blood. That's amazing, guys. Thanks for that. It's so
Yeah.
motivating to hear that and see that the hard work we do, sometimes without any investment, because it's so difficult, because we are independent too, and then things happens. Even this kind of meeting here, it's very simple through the internet, but there is a chance to pass positive message through your music, positive message to our through our comments, and this energy we pass through the internet to the technology. It's possible. People relate to that, and we can transform lives positively with that too. So keep doing this amazing work, guys. We have to finish the interview. I don't want that, but we have to finish the interview. Can I move to your house, Dolapo, and bring Steve with me?
You're very welcome.
I
I
would
have
love
rooms.
that. We need a shameless plug for our vinyl. So
Oh yeah,
the
let's
record's
talk
on
about it.
vinyl also available worldwide
Amazing. Where can we buy that? On your website?
from our website. Yes, there's three different vendors on the website to
Oh,
purchase it.
so if anyone wants to go to your website, it's gonna be steveanddolapo.com, right?
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
All social networks. Dolapo, just tell us all social networks. Give us the information about it. The social network handle.
Yeah, for Facebook, it's Steven Dolapo. For TikTok is Steven Dolapo at Steven Dolapo. For our website is www.stevendolapo.com, and for YouTube is Steven Dolapo. And which other one? I think
TikTok.
yeah, TikTok. TikTok is also Steven Dolapo. So we maintain that all through. So as long as you type stevendolapo.com, you see that website, and you can see it on YouTube as well, Steven Dolapo. And anywhere you go, just type Steven Dolapo. You see it popping up there,
Is it
and you can
Dolapo
access it.
your real name? Dolapo is your real name.
Yeah, that's my real name. It means, I'm from the western part of Nigeria, and Dolapo actually means like, you know, God bringing the wealth of the father's side and the mother's side and bringing them together. That's Dolapo. That's mixing the wealth together. So, like, I'm a bit of many parts.
Oh,
Like,
okay, that's good.
Yeah. I
That's
always
good.
say
so
that his name means God's treasure because that's how I see him.
God's treasure. All right,
Yeah.
okay, that's good. Oh, I
and I do
want to be
appreciate
with this.
that.
I want to be with these guys. Come on, I should be there. I should. It should be a group. You know, I have to start it. So, uh,
You're so
I,
kind.
I cannot sing, guys, unfortunately, but we will do some. Wait for me. So, about the kind of music you are, about the kinds of platforms you are using to promote your music. Is it on Bandcamp too, or any other place people can buy it?
So we didn't put it on Bandcamp. We're selling it again, just kind of ourself through
Just
our website. We do have our record in brick and mortar stores in Ann Arbor, Michigan. So you can walk into a store and you can buy it that way. And then we're selling through Discogs, Discogs. That's a common vinyl selling platform. So we're doing that too. And then, streaming everywhere, but Spotify's the main one. And for the people who don't enjoy Spotify, because some people have issues about that, you can stream our album directly from our website.
Also, Apple Music and Deezer, Pandora, all those
Exactly.
Yes, distributed through DistroKid. So if you type our name in anywhere, it will come up and you will be able to purchase it.
Amazing, amazing. And if anyone wants to go easy, go to Google and type Steve and Dolapo. You're gonna find a lot of things, where to find them and where to find their music. Guys, thank you very much for being here. I hope you liked the interview. I hope you could explore all the
Sure.
topics that was needed to talk about this new project, the new album, Companion, with 10 amazing tracks for us to explore. Thanks for that. It's an honor for us to have you here. All right, we will have to finish now, but you stay online. Some seconds, I'm gonna talk to you. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you,
Okay.
Will.
Sure.
It was
Sure. Thank you
wonderful.
so
We
much.
appreciate you.
Thank you, and see you
And
next time, guys.
All
yeah,
right.
thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.